and welcome to a different take on the 2001 Formula One World Championship. So I didn't quite get that intro right. For some reason the guy recorded the intro from Brazil and I didn't want to get the specific circuit as this is kind of the overview. So I'm basically doing a test here. This is a test. So if I make any mistakes with the videos and the audio and things like this, don't be too harsh on me, because I'm going to do a lot more of these. PSL Luton was my inspiration, although far be it from me to plagiarise his idea. I have done this kind of thing before. He just inspired me to do it again in my own little way. He ran reverse grid championships on the Spectator mode of Studio Liverpool Formula 1 games on the PS2. I have a different take on that. I actually run reverse race championships. So I take the grid from the standings, the championship standings, the real standings. I reverse it for Australia, and then, as you can see from these rules, the next race will be a reverse of the race before it. So fairly simple. The only caveat is DNFs start at the back of the grid, so failures are turned off, and you'll see this with rule number 7. They're turned off because they're disproportionately handed out, and I want this to be fair. I don't want to give the Ferraris any more dominance than they're more likely to have, because I'm pretty sure their reliability is set to very reliable. But reliability doesn't really happen on this game, and DNFs are very rare. Even if they hit each other, you'll see incidents, and guys will hit each other, and they won't always take each other out. It will be quite rare that they get taken out. So the other thing that we need to be aware of is that lap cars will start from the back as well. If you get lapped, if you fail to stay on the lead lap, I will consider that a DNF, because we're only doing 25% of the race. So you should finish on the lead lap. If you don't finish on the lead lap, that means you've tanked it into someone, or been unlucky and been tanked into. But the world's a hard place, man. Formula One's a hard sport. So lapped cars to the back. We're using the 2003 to the 2009 point system. Now I'm recording every race result. So at the end of the season, I'm probably going to rework these into the standard point scoring that we have now, just to see what I prefer. But for now, we're using the 2003 to 2009 point system. The logic behind that is because I want to keep the championship as close as possible throughout the field. So I don't want big gaps between people. I want fights. And I want things to be live for as long as possible. And I think this point system kept the title as close out of all of them. But the argument then is that you're not rewarding the winner enough. So we'll see how that transpires. Races weather set on forecast. Yeah, that was one I deliberated about. I was thinking of having 4 races a year, 2 light rain, 2 heavy rain, and drawing them out of a hat. I went with forecast. The only caveat to that is from this season, and there will be no spoilers. This is the only spoiler I'll give you, because I recorded a lot of the races live, the commentary. So I think there's 3 or 4 races I've got to go back and do because the audio messed up, and I don't want to leave no audios. So the race weather is set to forecast, so it will be whatever the console decides. And we only had 1 wet race last season. Already done failures. In-season driver changes are turned off. I really am a little bit unimpressed by those. I think a contract is a contract, but then Formula 1 contracts are often written in dust. So whoever's in the car on the game is in the car on the game. So Gaston Mazzacane, Luciano Berti are in their respective Prosts and Jaguar. And actually Pedro De La Rosa, who is going to come up on my standings, I use a different kind of method of doing my standings, he is not in the game at all. So you're going to have to give me some creative license. And I know, yeah, it's going to be there, it's going to say there that De La Rosa is the driver, and that's just how it is. So creative license needed, peoples. And it's a 25% race distance. That will be across the board. That will be the same on 2002. PSL ran 10% race distances on 2002. We're going to run 25. I know that's going to help Schumacher out in that series, but we're not there yet. So this is the rule set. This is what we're sticking with all the way through all 6, maybe 7 games if we do it on Championship Edition. So we've got a long haul. And this is what we're working to, and let's hope that this is the most efficient that we can come up
So you
with.
have Alonso, rookie, first season at Minardi, driving for Minardi. His teammate Marquez probably had a little bit more experience around that time. I can't remember if he raced the season before, but he stuck around for a little bit in F1, didn't he, for about 4 or 5 more years. Enrique Bernaldi, Brazilian, I think he came from IndyCar, he's starting third. Gaston Mazzacani, this is a weird one because Mazzacani got dropped mid-season. I think they replaced him with Bertie, and De La Rosa replaced Bertie, but we haven't got that here, and my constructors thing actually says that this is, I believe, Bertie. But we're going to stick with, I know PSL made the actual, he did kind of assume that this was the guy in the real championship, and he was consistent with driver changes. We're not going to do that, we're just going to go with whoever's driving the damn car. So Gaston Mazzacani is in the Prost. Joss, the boss, the father of the great one, needs no more introduction. Jensen, struggling away in his Benetton. I believe this was his last season for Benetton. I'm kind of going to count them as Renault, because I'm pretty sure Benetton are done after this year. And there you have Bertie. John the Lazy sticking around, struggling around in the Prost. I don't think this was actually that bad a year for Prost, because I think it was largely still a Ligier package. But Lazy. Olivier Panis, one-time winner in Monaco, was it 96? Suffered a bad injury. I think he had a fairly solid season this year. I think he's reasonably decent on this game, so we'll see. Heinz Harold and his Jordan, the waning Jordan by this time. Can't remember if he ends up at Arrows next season. You got Eddie still knocking around for a couple more attempts at doing something. I think he's in the next game as well. And is he eventually replaced by Mark Webber? Giancarlo in the other Renault, starting quite high, the other Benetton, and then you have Raikkonen, Kimi's debut season, and he's going to be sticking around for a few years. Jarno, he'll be graduating into a Renault fairly soon, and I think he finishes in a Toyota. He's in it for the long haul. Nick Heidfeld is as well, and actually he beat Raikkonen in that season, I think, and was looked over for the McLaren seat, which upset him quite a bit, as it would. Jack, now he's quick on this game. One of the championships I did years ago, I actually had DNFs turned on, so it's not going to be quite as representative. He won one of the championships, no word of a lie. I think after the first season I did a few seasons of it, and I messed up the track order, which kind of negated a little bit maybe some of the circumstances, but he ended up winning the championship, so there you go. This is my boy, this is my team. I'm all about the BMW Williams. I'm really hoping they do alright. Juan Pablo, there he is, starting ahead of the bunch, his first season. Mika, no more introduction needed. I think he suffers this year, but the McLaren's quite quick. I think it is hands down the second quickest car. Ralph is slightly quicker than Juan Pablo, I think, at this stage. I think he's round about Coulthard's pace, but the Williams is just a touch slower than the McLaren. Barrichello, he's going to be strong as hell. DC, yeah, like I said, I think he's probably going to be about the 4th or 5th quickest. And then you've got this man, he's the man to watch. And yeah, barring incidents, the 25% race distance will be interesting to see if he can work through. Maybe he'll benefit for some further back down the grid positions. The other thing is, if there's crash damage and you need to pit and you finish half a lap down, you're going to get the benefit of the reverse. So as long as you don't retire from your crash, even if you cause it. But anyway, enough talk. Shall we see how the race transpires? I just missed that intro. I really don't like the new ones.
Once again, the season starts here at the superb Albert Park street circuit. Situated round a large man-made lake, this circuit will offer the first real race test after a busy winter testing period. It also gives us a chance to check out the new team configurations for this year's championship. In pole position we have Alonso. Taking up third position is Minardi. Fourth on the grid for Gaston Mazzacane. And in fifth we have Jos Verstappen. And sixth spot is Jenson Button. In seventh position is Luciano Berti. Jean Alesi, eighth. Paris in ninth. It's 10th place for Heinz Harald Frentzen. 11th for Eddie Irvine. Giancarlo Fisichella is in 12th. Kimi Räikkönen is on row 7. Jarno Trulli is in 14th. In 15th spot we have Nick Heidfeld. 16th for Jacques Villeneuve. Juan Pablo Montoya takes up 17th place.
Juan Pablo
18th
Montoya.
position for Mika Häkkinen.
Go on, Juan.
In 19th spot is Ralf Schumacher.
Go on, Ralph.
20th is Rubens Barrichello. Onto the back of the grid now. And in 21st place we have David Coulthard. And last but not least on the grid is Michael Schumacher.
Just quickly before we start, I would like to check the camera options. I don't want that on. Off we go. Alonso's got away in front, as you thought he might do. Here comes Minardi. Going down the order. How are we getting on at the back? Is Michael making some moves? That's Barrichello making some moves. Häkkinen, is he the leading of... He is. Got to keep an eye on Villeneuve as well, he's making moves. Oh, look at this, he's powered past about 3 of them. Oh, and there's a little clip there. A little clip on Irvine. Irvine's held the position. So how are we getting on at the front? Not too much incident, really. Alonso well in. 2 Prosts fighting with Button. Michael at the back. What's happened here? Oh, there's a problem here. What's going on? The 2 Williams are in trouble, but Michael's ended up at the back. No damage. I've got no option to do a replay. What happened to Michael? Wow, that's a turn up. And how far down is he? Minardi's got clear. And as Marquez fights and loses the position, Mazzacane's got past Marquez, and Button is threatening. He's passed. Shuey's just about a few seconds back. Coulthard suffered as well. So did Ralph. The two Williams are not making any moves. The Salvos have ended up down the field. And that's a big move there. Hakkinen trying to get past Irvine. Has he got it? He's made it stick, but he's only up 10 Irvine. They're having trouble getting past. I did think it would be difficult to overtake here. Australia, you know, it's got the long sort of turn 1 into turn 3, but Barrichello's he's the look at him. He's the most powerful of the the front runners at the back coming through. Villeneuve strong as well. And at this rate, Barrichello is going to be in the points pretty quickly. Ribbons again. What's going on with the boys? Still not making any moves, and Shuey is now back at the back of the pack. Irvine holding up the Williams. Bertie tries to put a move on Heidfeld. Oh dear, look at that. Coulthard's ended up at the back, so Alonso now, let's get with the leaders and see what's going on with the points. Alonso nicely in front. Minardi, he's not going to make too much ground on him, I don't think. Frentzen, and he's getting attacked by Mazzacane still. This looks a fair battle. See, Frentzen's going to have trouble threatening Minardi because Mazzacane, and here comes Button. Wow. Dispatched Mazzacane. And Frentzen is now in a position to attack Minardi. Marquez and Barrichello is in the points, and here we have a battle, and Truly has just nailed Villeneuve. It's Panis, sorry. And Hakkinen, wow. Hakkinen catches the back end of Panis, and that allows a lazier run. He's probably not going to get through there. This is a great race for Hakkinen, and is he going to get past Panis? No, he's not. Barrichello is making big moves. And here comes Panis. Oh, we'll stop pressing the wrong direction in a minute. Oh, it's a pitch battle here between Panis and Barrichello. Panis has got the inside line, and breezes through, and now he's attacking. Oh, Barrichello is having a right old fight here. Still one place outside the points. and now Mika, and now the Ferrari and the McLaren. Here we go. Could this be an early championship fight? Schumacher's still well down. And it's going to be a big day for the smaller teams. What a start to the championship for them. Hakkinen drops back to 10th from Barrichello. And it's Marquez that's causing the problems. And there we go. Can Pettis get the move stick? He can, he's through. Now he can chase the pack in front. Frentzen and Button going at it. Trapped behind Minardi. Alonso's flying. Debut win coming up for Alonso. Here comes the battle again. Can he get through? No, Minardi holds on. Barrichello's up to 8th now. Marquez, Villeneuve, and something's happened to Hakkinen. Hakkinen's dropped back. Oh, there's been a bit something we've missed. I can't get the replay. Villeneuve is struggling away in 11th, and there's no sign of the Williams. There's Schumacher's got in front of the Williams. Coulthard's got in front of the Williams as well, and they're struggling. Luciano's ended up right at the back already. Imperious Alonso, showing us what's to come. On his way to race victory. These guys cannot get past Minardi, and this pack is holding up the big guns. As these two are too busy fighting each other, they can't get the move on Minardi. Mazzuccani's looking good for 5th still. Panis has got the march on Barrichello, who's still stuck behind Trulli. And Hakkinen has he can't make up his mind whether he's dropping back or coming forwards. Marquez drops out of the points. And Schumacher's probably gonna... He's just too far back. Now we've got a fight between Schumacher and Ralph, the Schumacher brothers. Yeah, Ralph. Drop back a little bit there. Oh, cheeky little move from Michael, and he's through. He's going to have to go around the outside. Meanwhile, the fight behind Mazzuccani is on. And he is slowly catching. They're stuck behind Minardi. All of them. Is Minardi going to hold out for a mega second place here? jinxed Williams, haven't I? Excuse me. So this is where the fight is. This is where the cream is handed out. Oh, move. Frentzen. And the battle rages. Can he get the move? He's got to make this stick. He's got to make this stick. He's not going to. Can he get through? He's got to get through here. No, Minardi's still holding him off. Come on, Jensen, you've got it. He has. Alonso doesn't care. Button is away, and the war rages behind him, and still Barrichello is bogged down. He's dropped back to 8th, hasn't he? Fighting with Trulli. Hakkinen still in 9th with Villeneuve. These two have been following each other around all race, and Schumacher is up to 10th, 11th. Real progress being made now by Schumacher. I don't know how many laps are left. I haven't got a lap counter. Here's Ralph struggling away. Marquez, Montoya's in. Montoya. Oh, hello. There he is, down in 18th. Him and Coulthard have been caught up in the melee quite badly. You can see they're getting held up. The field's still fairly close, and it's because Marquez is still sat in 15th, and he's going to be causing a big gap. These guys are getting away. Anyway, back to the points. And is he going to get the move on Gaston? He needs to. You've got to drop these slower cars. The Jordan's through. Is he? No. They just can't get the move to stick. Serious racing though. Is it because I've left tyre wear off? I see that hour fixed like a 50% on. Frentzen. So Frentzen's finally got the move done. Panis is next. Truly pushes Mazzacani to the fringe. Oh, there's a big war behind him. And now Michael Schumacher has got involved, and he's on the cusp of the points. The Ferraris and the McLarens are the car to watch this season, for sure. For sure. So Schumacher's dropped second, and he's dropped his teammate. Or has he? Raging Ferraris. Barrichello's got the clear one. Oh, Schumacher got held up hideously. So there's some kind of drama on the outside line going into turn 1. Is that has probably caused a lot of the problems down the field and pushed them back. Barrichello back up to 7th. Wow, he really benefited there. Mazzacani in 8th causing this horrendous melee, and is that Villeneuve getting through? That's Villeneuve. Villeneuve is through. He's in the points. Wow, I told you he was quick. He just held in there and waited. Barrichello in 7th. Panis. See, Panis has done really well here. Oh, Mazzacani is frustrating now. Hakkinen, who's seeing the points get away from him. Villeneuve hasn't gone yet. Schumacher's little challenge bogged down there. another place, and he's right on his teammate now. And Panis has nailed Barrichello. But once again, Barrichello's got that inside line and the clear run, and he might even can he attack the arrows? Oh, look at this. It hasn't worked. Panis is holding him. Ruben's on the inside. Oh, Ruben's good move. He can't make it stick though, look. And, oh, he's going for Minardi. Meanwhile, Nando, how far ahead of Button is he? Because Button must be closing him. He is. He's closing him at a rate of knots. And here comes Frentzen as well for good measure. Minardi's dropping back, holding up this melee. Look at this melee. And then Heidfeld has dropped Marquez, and the rest haven't. Look at that. Coulthard and Montoya look good for the next race. Wow, that's going to get close. How many laps are left? I don't know. This war still rages for 5th place behind Minardi, who doesn't seem like he's going to get caught unless one of these two . Oh, what's happened here? And I think, wow, Panis went for it. Panis went for it large. Can he power past in the Honda? He can. Panis up into 4th. Oh, it's all going off behind. Was that Ralph running wide? I think it was. Now a Ferrari. Surely he's going to make light work of this arrows, but he's got all these distractions behind him. Barrichello, and here comes Hakkinen. Michael's right there on the cusp of the points behind Villeneuve. This is where the action is. You see Ralph there as well. Michael's trying to put on us on Villeneuve, but Hakkinen has got it. He's made it stick. Wow. Hakkinen has got himself some points now. Michael again on his teammate. Wow. They really moved to the inside. I think Rubens has had to drop in. Now what will Michael do? Michael's going to go for it. And Michael... No! Somehow! And that might be the end of the race, actually. Wow. Don't know what's going on. I've lost the you know, the positions. Oh, Alonso still leads. That lead is being cut. Shuey got the fastest lap on lap 2. So we're at the end of the race, I think we are, aren't we? Are we cruising here? Damn. Yeah, the crowd's cheering. There you go. Fernando Alonso wins. There you go, Alonso does win. Panis, Hakkinen, there's that Barrichello and Schumacher. The Ferraris both got in the points. Outrageous. Wow, some race. Nando, Jensen, Heinz Harald, Panis, Hakkinen, Shui, Minardi, Barrichello, Villeneuve, Ralph, Trulli and Raikkonen. Wow, Michael, what happened to Barrichello at the end? Michael ended up 6th, Barrichello dropped to 8th. Oh, of course, he nailed him, didn't he? He nailed his teammate. And here you have the final places that will make up the grid. The front of him, Montoya is going to start 4th, Coulthard 5th. With some passable cars in front on, I think it's Malaysia, on a very overtakeable track. It could be a fight between the Williams and the McLaren there. What a race, bon voyage. That's the test, and I need to see if I can get myself a lap counter somehow.
So after one frenetic round, here we have the standings. PSL, I'm referring to him as like he's like my oracle, but yeah, he really inspired me to do this again, and I'll never be able to do it in the same charismatic way that he was doing it. He really is, he is a bit of a legend, like the way he attacks it. But here's my way of attacking it. Here's your standings. Fernando, start as you mean to go on with your career. He's won his first race. And Ferrari and McLaren have made a really decent start, because they come all the way back from the back of the grid in Australia to score points. That's impressive. They left Williams behind. So, fair play. Really interesting start for Minardi. They might actually struggle to get dropped by the other guys. But here we have, I would say, Panis, Hakkinen, Schumacher and Barrichello are title contenders. I don't know about any of the others. But really, an embryonic start that you can't read too much into. And as for the constructors, well, a little bit more interesting, with Ferrari getting the only double point score. And interesting start there from Minardi, and you would not expect them to do anything, but to have a win so early, start as you mean to go on. So off we go to Malaysia, and I hope this first race has been enjoyable, and I hope that we can get through a season of this, and it will